Good morning, ladies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Zuko Was uh, the here. Oh, was ill, or how about a skull girl? That would be because she wears a skull all the time. So yeah, I don't know how to say her name. So yeah. And I'm also putting her in this what if too. So, yeah. She is from Bleach. So, but there is a lot. Sorry about that. So, a lot to go over. First of all, Zuko has a similar, like, when he's happy, he only, when he's little, he's gonna be this. But that's only when he's calm, like, happy. Kind of like what she does. But when he gets mad, he becomes this big buff guy. Where is he? He thought I had it. He becomes this big buff version of himself. Oh, so he is similar to her. So yeah, but he has the power of infinity and zero. So yeah, and his quirk is actually elemental manipulation. So basically, yeah. So now I'm also adding Zumi. I know that I kind of forgot about her. So yeah. And yeah. So basically now hang on to your seats and that stuff. So let's begin. And with them being born. Zuko and Zumi were born here. Sorry if I make you sick. Zumi and Zuko were playing around at age of 3. And there's this girl. Oh. Oh. With a weird skull on her top of her head. Some people think that she killed her own parents for it. But no. It's part of her quirk thing. So, yeah. So basically, Zuko was seen unfazed by the skull. Of course, Zuko was the strongest one. When he's only 3 years old, man, he is like. So, his friend, or or Bakugo's or like crew, or let's say someone else's group was picking on her. They were like got her like hat thing to get off of her, and Zuko, who and he or the boys through the helmet thing, and they were about to step on it. But then Zuko came in and knocked them out. As he picks up the skull. Oh, as he walks over to her. Because she's been she's been bullied all her life by the boys thing. He never said thank you, but she yanked the skull out of his hands and put it back onto her head. She walks away. As Zuko was like curious, yes, but he never wants to question her, so he just lets her be as he walks away. He doesn't feel sad or upset. But then a group of those guys, or those kids that were bullying him, or no, bullying her, turns their sights to him as the years have passed, and at age of 4, so Zuko goes to the quirk doctor and ends up with of course, him and his sister ends up as they have quirks. As Zuko says, "What's mine?" And as well, yours is actually elemental manipulation. As the quirk doctor tells him the truth. As his sister says, "Okay, what's mine?" Well, hers is actually fire manipulation. Oh man, why does my brother get that cool one? I don't know what it does, but it sounds cool. As he explains that Zuko has the elemental manipulation. It's basically similar to yours, but he can control way more elements like water, fire, earth, wind, everything. As Zumi's eyes widen as she turns to her brother and tells her that, "Please don't use it on me. I won't, baby sister." Or sister, yeah. So, now, the time skip. After, there's also, in this what if, there's also, because he was born with infinity and zero, he can do way more things than just a normal human. So the so he walks around, and he's 15 years old, but he looks like a kid, like a child. As they're like, they don't understand why, and that he is still the same young age. And yeah. So the only two people that have this ability or the skill that doesn't allow them to like age up unless they want to. Her and Zuko Midoriya. Yeah. But there's a difference. So she can, and like if she felt threatened by someone, like if she got super scared of losing someone that's very close to her, then she becomes a big warrior one. Yeah. So, yeah. Because that. But Zuko, he has the similar, but when he gets mad, like when he really gets mad, like when he gets his powers going, he goes from a young kid to being a person with many thoughts. Yeah. So he is like way stronger than, and like, or he is like All Might size when he's buffed up. As he looks over at him. Yeah. So he was gonna go to UA after, of course, time skip of 15. So they go, or he tried to qualify for it, like he did the written part, the robot part, but they didn't accept him. They only have to, like, they chose her to be in that situation. So she ends up as Class 1A student with Umi. And so, yeah. So he's gonna go to a different school. And yeah, but the different school was meant for, so it's like later one. So he has more time to get prepared. So he does. And his sister, like, let's say, because of time skip, I'm skipping over the ball throw, and the reason why I say that is because I don't want to make this a super long video. So, just to be honest with you. So, basically, here. Basically, Zuko, or actually, let's say it was USJ thing, and during that before time, Zumi forgot her lunch in the fridge. So, Zuko, or no, Inko tells Zuko, can you do me a favor? Can you drop this off at Zuko or Zumi, or drop it off at your sister's? Sure thing, Mom. As he takes it, walks, as he remembers where they're at. So he goes to USJ, as the door was locked. Or actually not locked, but it was hard to open when you're that small. So he opens it, and just enough to, as he looks inside, he sees a bunch of villains attacking or as he walks over, as he looks around, and he sees the Nomu is about to kill his sister. As when he does, he saw, or as his blood pressure, or his anger, his anger went through the roof. And when it did, man, oh man, oh man, he became the 15-year-old, his actual size of a All Might thing, as he goes in and he kills the Nomu, and he kills every villain that was in his path. Yeah, that's kind of messed up, bro. And when he did it so fast that even no one, or everyone, had no reactions. All the Nomus, or no, all the high-end villains, they weren't just low-tier villains. They were high-tier villains. That they could cause the world to end in 2 seconds. Yeah. Basically, yeah. As the Nomus, he had his brain got ripped out of his skull, crushed right in front of him, and yeah, he killed all the villains that were too high tech. As the aura scares all the students, but they never felt this much aura from this kid. And Zumi was in the water with Frog Girl and Medator, as he turns around, as he says to his sister, "Hey sister, you forgot your lunch, by the way. Our mom sent me to get you that." As he holds the bag out, or more like a lunchbox thing. As his sister didn't realize that she forgot about it. As she smiles and she says thank you. So, what's going on here? I saw a bunch of villains, and the Nomu tried to kill you. No, so... And he's so serious about everything. He looked like All Might if he was, like, super dead serious. Like how Endeavor acts. So, he looks down at Mr. Aizawa. That was still half-conscious thing. Like those bandages things that he has around his face. Yeah. Of course, Zuko looks down. He grabs him, or grabs Mr. Aizawa, puts him on his shoulder, and he says, I know that I'm not the Mr. Aizawa, but probably all of you need to get out of here. As he walks out with Mr. Aizawa, and he grabs 13's thing, and her, like, outfit thing, when he grabbed her, it didn't, like, break off. So he picks her up and walks out of the door, or he kicks it open, and he sets both of them outside. As he was very upset with those villains treated his sister and her friends. As Bakugo could feel the aura of his friend. Because in this what if he actually respects Zuko. Oh, so much. But when he felt his aura, like his at there, everyone left the no. As Zuko tells his sister, do you have everything under control here, little sister? As he goes he's gonna go back to the house. Okay. So, I hope that you have fun at school, okay? As he smiles, as he walks away. Or actually, before he does that, his sister decides to give him a hug. So he walks away. Or actually, before he walks away, he looks at a human Pikachu, or Does anyone have a phone to call Nezu? As the human Pikachu, who is like, everyone's scared of him except for his sister and Bakugo, because he always acts like that when he protects his friends or his sisters. Yeah, you think he's overpowered. Wait for him to, like, really get mad. Well, yeah. So then the girl, the same one that was like, that she hates boys and the, yeah, the same one that told, or actually got her, like, hat thing and walked away from Zuko, she ended up seeing him in his full, like, power as he walks away. See? As trees are bending, ending weirdly. As, yeah, he was, or some of them, asked Zumi, is he always like that? As Bakugo and Zumi says, at the exact same time, yes. When his friends or someone that he knows is in danger, that's why he wanted to go to this school, but the school rejected him. So, yeah. But I'm still curious of why he has this much power. As he stops and herds them, I was, or little sister, you probably knew the answer. I had actually was born with not just a quirk that you know. I had the power of infinity and zero. As when they heard him say powers of infinity and zero, they immediately like, holy crap! With a quirk? Man. Yes. Technically, if it breaks down into like groups, there's only 6 groups of it. Like mind, soul, power, reality, time. I never put them in order. It's space, soul, time, mind, power, reality. I think. But tell me from, no, like, label which one is, like, would you use? Like, which one goes first, which one, all the way to, okay? I'm more of the old school one, not they brought a new Infinity Stone, and yeah. So, Zuko ends up walking home. As the human Pikachu was is they called Nezu, and then Nezu told them that there was a villain's, like, gave him a whole report on it. And yeah, some guy just came in or walked right in, or some kid, and he had a lunch pail for my classmate and all that stuff. As Nezu says, okay. As long as you students are safe. Where's Mr. Zawa? Well, him and 13 are really bad injured. Okay, so then all the cops and, like, things comes in, and of course a detective was doing his, or they told them that the no need to worry and all that stuff. No? And so he says that Zuko, or who, or like, any questions, just let me know and all that stuff. So Zumi, or no, not Zumi, the Frog Girl asks the detective that there's, what would happen to those villains, and is it possible for a kid and to have two abilities and one quirk? And in this alternate timeline, whoever has that is, like, legendary rare. As the detective, where is he? Oh, right here. As he says, yes. It's a legendary rare type that usually people with this type were only born with it. But why do you ask? As one of those students says, well, or actually Zumi says, my brother was born as that type, but it depends on the how dangerous it is. Well, yes, but you who know that, because you probably read all how some people that became, like, born with that power, or born that way, some of them become, like, a villain, or most of them, like, all of them turn into villains. But we all slay them down. Yeah. So Zuko is on might turn villain. But no, no. As Zuko he still holds on to hopes and dreams compared to rest of the people that were born the same thing, except for her, because she has a ability, like one ability and a quirk, similar to Momo's creation quirk. But yeah, so they try to convince anyone to join. So yeah, so then all that stuff happens as his sister finally says, and of course it was the middle of the night, and he tells them, he asks them, like, or she walks into his bedroom and asks him a simple question. Have you ever become a villain? Or did you want to become a villain? As he looks at her, and he doesn't, or he shakes his head on, like, no, who, he wants to become a hero, like what you are, sister. So, yeah. If, as his sister tells him that if that day comes that you got your mind changed by any all for one or any villains, would you do it? And as he says, heck no, I stay true to whom, like, to being a true hero. So the sports festival, or actually before the sports festival, they had a meeting going on as about this character called Zuko Midoriya. As Snipe says that this kid's and was trying to go get into UA, or this child, right? Yes, as Nezu says, but we denied him from joining us. As they're like, man, if we accepted him to be in UA based off of how many body counts that he did, it would probably be over 9,000 body count. So basically, alright. Basically, that's what my opinion is. As Mr. Zawa turns to him and, like, yeah, but if he, what would he, or if he had a choice, he wanted to choose heroes, but we turned him away from being the hero. As Midnight says that. And yeah, so his sister, or of course they said his sister joined UA, but we denied Zuko, her brother, or what? Because there's, of course, during the meeting thing, from far away, she's thinking about him, about Zuko. Has almost the same abilities as what she has. But if there was a group, if he was in a group, he was so different from the other boys that were, like, abused her so bad. He wasn't like the others. And she starts to tear up. Um, as she couldn't control herself. Because she knew that the kid that like saved her from like, and she starts to like doubt her abilities. She's too quick to judge the person and will to live. As she wanted to protect like the people, well, much more than the next person. And she also had she wants to be a warrior, like pro hero for women, like protect the women from the greed of men. But it looks like she was wrong. But the when she saw Zuko Midoriya, when he is angry, that's only level 1 percent of Zuko's true power. If he reaches 100, no, infinity, it's all over for whoever. As yeah, so she decides to think about asking him out on a date. So he goes on a date, like things, or she's thinking about him, like during training. She thinks about him all the time. Like she's trying to concentrate her, but she always thinks of him that wants to be a pro hero to protect everyone. So, yeah. So then now we switch back over to the meeting as Midnight says we're all in agreement, right? Zuko is now part of UA. Him. As Nezu did call Lin, like, not Colin, but the more, like, he goes to make a call to UA, or to the school that Zuko goes to in the afternoon one. So basically, yeah, Zuko ends up becoming a strongest one. As he calms down a lot. As he like, because he doesn't feel small, when he's happy. So and Suzuku, who's training, like his training ends up like he worked out a lot. Not more than. So he became So when he is like 15, or he was still 15, so after the 10 days thing, sports festival, and they wanted to see how fast, strong, and intelligent does Zuko have. So Zumi, or actually Nezu, wants to see. So he asks Inko if it's okay with her to, put Zuko in that and sports festival. And Zuko or Zumi, or actually Inko says, well, first of all, you denied my son too because of his power, or for joining UA and becoming a pro hero. Second, you wanted him to join the sports festival, so that you can see what he can do before her. As she wants to say nope. No. No, because one, it's so Inko decides, or actually she changed her thought of sure. As Zuko gets dressed in a suit that can adjust to any size of his, like, he custom made it that can, it's instructable. So it's the same thing as the sports festival outfit things, but with way more modified. So Mr. Aizawa can't wait to test this. So now a sports festival, as Zumi says, ready, big brother? As he knows that or she knows that he calls him, or no, she calls him big brother because he is big brother to her. They don't see it. But then they remember that this kid, it was. So the class 1B students are like, they're laughing because they're like, ha ha ha, you have a kid in your corner, and what would he do? Well, you'll find out. As his first is race. So Zuko gets ready as he grew to same size as All Might, or same thing as what he was during the USJ, as he is so ready. And when a gun goes off, or like they said go, he went all the way around, catching everything on fire. Because how fast he was going. As everyone was like, what? Yeah, he, blink of an eye, he was like gone. Yeah, everyone's like, holy crud, this kid's not messing around. as he was done in about 0.1 seconds. As they're like, whoa, holy crap, bro. This kid's no joke. Next is Cavalry Battle. Zuko, as the angry version, like the buffed up version of Zuko, who heard his name. Of course, it was Midnight. She asks him, "How do you feel about this cavalry battle?" Using the brains part is and taking the I'll deal with it. As the horsemen, or it was so uneven, so they asked Zuko if it's okay with them or with him to be by himself, as he says, sure, why not? As Mr. Aizawa could see himself inside Zuko's body. As he has 1 million headband of course Zuko has 1 million headband. So he was strong and fast. So he used thought acceleration. So he ends up going in and like running in and grabs everyone's headband before they even knew what hit them. As everyone's like, holy crap, this kid's not playing around when he... As he had more headbands than anyone. As he, like, jumps. As he used airflow thing. Like how All Might's successor does airwalk thing. Well, he stands right over the students as everyone tries to steal his headband. But Bakugo couldn't even get up to him. As he used his own quirk to create a dome shape around the entire students. And then, as he says, as this. Alright. Now it's... Guess I won. And because of the bell ring thing, as Midnight even was like, man, how powerful are you, Zuko? As everyone's like asking him that question. How powerful is this kid? And he says that this is only level 1 version of myself. The one that the kid when I turn into a child is level 0. Oh. Hey? Oh. As, yeah. Zuko is like, he had both of his eyes closed, and he takes a deep breath. Yeah. As everyone, or the students couldn't even believe that this kid is on a whole nother level. As the round ends, the dome went back to where it was, and let's continue. So please wait for part 2 to come out. I'll go over a rest. So peace out, y'all.